I recently talked to a startup founder who invested a lot in his project. His main question was, can I consider my provider as my CTO? If not, do I really need a part-time CTO? In today's episode, we are going to talk about the CTO and the development provider and why it is hard to be both in the same time. Hi, I'm Amaury, founder and CEO at My CTO Friend, where founders come to learn how to build their tech startup. And with this Startup Snack series available on both podcast and YouTube, we want to share the essential to make it easier for you to build your tech startup. And I recently had a call with a founder who first tried to work with a freelancer to develop his startup. But after a few months, it was hard to beat deadlines, and the development costs were pretty high. That's why he decided to switch to an offshoring agency. Obviously, the development costs were lower, especially if we take into consideration the hourly rates. But even with an entire team behind, it was still very hard to meet deadlines, and the project was suffering a ways behind the schedule. So this founder was wondering, why do my provider are always behind the schedule? Am I doing something wrong? Is it because I don't have a CTO? Or do I actually need a CTO? Or could I consider my provider as a CTO in the end? To understand deeply these questions, let's review what are your provider's goals versus your own goals as a business owner. You know, the goal of a provider is to sell time and make money. More development they sell, more they earn. While you as a startup founder, less development you pay, better it is, right? And that's possible to pay less by using existing softwares and by using professional SaaS tools instead of developing everything in-house. The problem is that most of the time the provider's time won't be paid to search for existing solutions, especially if the solution is out of his expertise. So why someone will spend time searching for competitors' solutions if they believe that they can manage to do the things by themselves? Their ego would be hurt, and I don't think they won't earn any money. And maybe they will need to work on a technology that is out of their comfort zone, so it's going to be very hard for them. And that's where the ultimate goal of a provider and a CTO are totally different. The goal of a software provider is to develop more things. The goal of a CTO is to develop less things for the same result. In other words, a CTO is on the startup side. Like the founder, his focus is to first build a business and find a business model with as minimum resource as possible, not to develop the best solution or the biggest or the strongest. The goal is to create first a solution, often a software, to make this business more scalable. And the deadlines is one of the main worry of the CTO because he knows that any delay means lost in revenues. In other words, a CTO is capable to put himself in the founder's shoes to make decisions. So, does the provider can become a CTO? Yes, it is possible. It all depends on the provider's mindset and personal interests. In conclusion, how to know if my provider can become my CTO? Well, a good CTO knows that he cannot have all the answers. I mean, he won't spend time developing something new, but he will do his best to find existing solutions or existing people with the exact expertise that the project needs. And we can evaluate a CTO by, of course, the quality of his work, his creativity, his capability to find workaround, to understand the business, to understand your market, and the empathy he will have with you as a founder. He also will be focused on deadlines. He will worry about the business, and he will focus on finding the best solutions more than developing things with the knowledge that he already has. If every time you ask for new features to your provider, and if your provider answers, "Oh yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that," that's the wrong approach. The right approach should be, let me think how we can make it maybe without coding the entire things or by reusing existing tools. It's a very hard approach for a provider because it's against their own interests, but instead it focuses on your company's interests. If you enjoyed learning with us and want to see more, consider subscribing. Help us spread the word by hitting the like button and by sharing with your entrepreneur friends. And if you have any question or want to suggest a topic, feel free to comment down below, or you can also check out our website to learn more about our program and how you can join. Bye.